Welcome back to A Dude's Nerdery. We have received Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, and the Battle Droid Phantom Menace retro cards from Best Buy. We're going to compare Qui-Gon Jinn versus Mace Windu, then trust in the will of the Force to determine if you could only have one of these figures, which one should it be? Let's kick off this comparison review by checking out both head sculpts, which are very well executed. As soon as you look at Mace Windu, you definitely can see Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, from the nose to the eyes, the shape of the mouth. Let's look at him side by side with a photo of Samuel L. Jackson. One of the things that I like to look at with face sculpts is, does it look good from all angles? Sometimes these photoreal faces will look good from the side or just from front, but Samuel L. Jackson looks good from every single angle, man. They definitely did Mace Windu justice. Only thing to note is you can see a seam running up here through the top of his head. Qui-Gon most definitely encapsulates Liam Neeson, and he also looks great from all angles. Wow, he especially looks good from the side. That is definitely Liam Neeson there. Love how they framed his beard coming all the way down and then it thickens at the chin. And he has that pensive face that Qui-Gon uses throughout the movie. Man, he looks great from all angles. Love his hippie hair flowing, hanging down, and you have the braid in back. This is exceptionally well done. Both photoreal face sculpts were done extremely well. I think they embody both actors and the roles they played. Captain Indecisive is back and he's coming in hot, giving this one a tie. Let me know in the comments below which face sculpt you think was executed best. Part 2, lightsabers. Alright, let's kick this off with Qui-Gon's. I love the minimalistic detail of his lightsaber in the film, and looking at this 1/12 scale replica, I think they nailed it, man. It's a perfect combination of silver with black grips, and the red power button right in the middle. I also think they executed very well on the bright color of his green lightsaber. I'm a sucker for Luke's green lightsaber, so any other Star Wars figures that adds one in my display makes me super happy. So far, I'm really digging this. Let's look at Mace Windu's lightsaber. Is definitely more ornate in detail. You have a combination of silver, black, and gold, and I really love the way it pops on film, and I think this is a very well executed 1/12 scale of that lightsaber. And his purple blade is crazily distinctive in a display. He'll join Revan and Jaina Solo as my purple bladed lightsaber figures. Looking at these side by side, it's really hard to make a decision. I'm always inherently drawn to a green lightsaber, but I do love the aesthetic and uniqueness of the purple one in the display. I think both hilts were executed well, so Captain Indecisive is here to stay for round 2. It's another tie. Let me know in the comments below which lightsaber you prefer. Alright, let's take a look at their Jedi robes. Mace Windu has a nice sand color robes with an ivory undershirt. They're folded over and look really neat on him. One of the things I like that they added soft rubber here, which increases the depth and movement to the figure. His belt is well executed, although it doesn't have a slot for his lightsaber. However, man, I don't know any Jedi figure I'm posing without a lightsaber in the display. They hang nicely and I appreciate how they opened up, allowing for good articulation. Mace has ivory pants to complement the undershirt, and then slick brown boots. One of the things they always do with Jedi figures is have this large area here at the wrist where the robe is supposed to be flowing and in movement. So Qui-Gon has different execution on his robes. He doesn't have the soft rubber hanging over here, it's just all one mold. I do appreciate how it looks super weathered though. You could tell he's been on the desert planet of Tatooine. I mean, just look at how tattered and worn they are, man. That's a really cool aesthetic, in contrast to Mace Windu's stark clean robes. I do think Qui-Gon's belt has more detail to it. It definitely has more gadgets on it. It also has a place to hang his lightsaber. But again, man, there's no Jedi in my display that isn't going to have his lightsaber out. Qui-Gon's robe is all one piece here, where Mace Windu's does split into two. Qui-Gon has brown pants and then somewhat muted brown leather boots, but they do have more detail than Mace Windu's. Alright, so if I'm going to try and be super nitpicky here, it kind of depends on what style you like. Do you like the clean, stark robes of Mace Windu, or do you like the Tatooine-lived robes of Qui-Gon Jinn? The advantage to Mace's robes is he does have a split here, so that could help with some posing, but again, I do like Qui-Gon's belt better. Do you like the plain shiny boots, or do you like the more muted boots that have detail? Alright, I'm going to keep Captain Indecisive at bay here, and I'm going to give the win to Qui-Gon. And the only reason is that these robes look worn and real, and it totally looks like he just came from Tatooine. Let me know in the comments below which outfit you prefer. Part 4 is articulation. Mace Windu moves at the neck as well as a ball and socket in the head. So what it does is it gives the head and neck more natural movement and range. He does move side to side nicely, gets a little bit of head tilt. Qui-Gon's head articulation is going to be limited because of his flowing hippie hair. He does get some movement side to side, but it's very stiff and limited, does not look up, and then can touch his chin to his chest. Again, it's a trade-off with the hair aesthetic. Take a seat. Does not look up much, but chin can almost touch the chest. His shoulder comes all the way out and then some, and if you peel back his soft robe, you can see the hidden butterfly shoulder joint. Really appreciate this detail on a Jedi figure. Again, the wide cuff on the robe does limit articulation, and he gets about 90 degrees. Full 360 rotation there, and his shoulder does come all the way out. You get full 360 degree rotation, and the elbow actually comes in slightly better than 90 degrees, which is really good because of the oversized Jedi robes. And as you can see, they put the bulk of the cuff on the outside, so it did not hinder the movement at the bicep. Take a seat. And at the torso, there's a ball and socket, which does give him that 360 degree range of movement. He does have a rocker, but it only moves side to side. You don't get any tilt with it. So I can't say it's a full 360 degree ball and socket. It just twists side to side. Take a seat. His legs kick out and the robe splits, so it does not hinder. Knee comes back almost all the way to the butt, and then you have another pivot at the ankle. Legs kick all the way out, double pin knee joint, and this goes all the way back to the buttocks, and then he has a rocker that goes all the way back and then front at the heel. So that's pretty cool. If you wanted to pose him when he's meditating against Maul, you can actually put him in that pose. Check it out. Mace Windu is absolutely the clear winner here for articulation, having 2 different points at the neck and head, giving him wider range of motion, and then also having a hidden butterfly shoulder joint. The 5th and final category is ultimately the most important after how much joy each figure creates for you. Which one enhances the display more? I put them both front and center in my way overcrowded prequel era display, joining Jango, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka in the front row. I have Qui-Gon posed in his dual grip stance, ready to duel Maul. Mace is walking up behind Dooku on Geonosis and says, "The party's over." My brain is so overloaded with joy and nostalgia from this era of Star Wars and my life that Captain Indecisive is making the call again, and it's another tie. Let me know how you've displayed these figures and would love to see the pics on Twitter. Let's review and see who the winner is. It was a tie for face sculpt, lightsabers, and impact on the display. Mace Windu wins for articulation, Qui-Gon wins for robes. With 2.5 points each, it's a straight up tie. Thanks, Captain Indecisive. You came through again. Qui-Gon said, "Your focus determines your reality. The reality is, you need both of these figures equally. My prequel era now feels fully operational, and I just leveled it up by adding these 2 Jedi, who I can only imagine did not see eye to eye much." Thank you again for watching this comparison review. Let me know in the comments below which figure is your favorite of the 2, or if you feel the same way I did, that you need both of them equally to complete a prequel era display. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the noble quest of building this action figure collection. See you real soon.